Okay, one thing that comes up among many different people here on YouTube is the whole thing with running up the score and how New England, punched in that last touchdown with their fourth string running back or whatever it is, with like a couple seconds left, something like that. And people, I guess Halen was the first one to comment on it, saying, you didn't need to do that. Why'd you do that? Tex-Centric commented on it, and I guess a couple of others have had something to say about it. And basically, here's my thoughts on it. First of all, they're doing this. It's kind of a screw you. Like, if you'll look back on the Patriots game so far this year, in every single game, they've scored a screw you touchdown, which is the game's over, the game's out of reach, there are a couple minutes left, and you scored another touchdown anyway. And it's pretty obvious. Bill Simmons did an article on this on ESPN, basically saying, they're mad at the league right now. The public, the media, tried to say our Super Bowls are tainted. What we did in the last 6 years is not as big a deal now. They cheated to do this, they cheated to do that. It's just kind of right now, basically what they're doing is saying, screw you, I'm running up the score. This is for accusing our Super Bowls of not being legit. This is for insulting us. This is for trying to cheapen our dynasty or whatever else you will. Now, they did it in the Jets game too. That was before these accusations, and that can be attributed to the fact that Bill Belichick is just pretty much a douchebag. There, I said it. He's a great coach, I'll give him that, but he's classless. It's like Tomlinson said this last year after the playoff loss, and he was lambasted for it, but he's pretty much right. He's just a pretty classless individual. My friend describes it as nihilistic. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but it's the state of mind where nothing you do matters. And he's a football genius, but he's just not the nicest guy in the world, if you know what I mean. That's pretty much why they're running up the score. It's a combination of just being a douchebag and being mad at the entire NFL. But as for the whole art of running up the score, I don't have a problem with it. Obviously, in college, you have to do it to get votes for the AP poll and such. And the professionals, you don't got to worry about that. I don't necessarily have a problem with it because, if you'll recall, several years ago, the Bucks and the Colts played. The Buccaneers had a 35-14 lead with 2 minutes left. I think they could have used a little running up the score right then, because the Colts scored 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes and won the game in overtime on a field goal. You just never know what's going to happen in this league. Look what happened to the Patriots last year in the playoffs. Up by 18, 15 going into the half, and they let it all slip away. I don't know. I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but my problem is when people say they're not padding the score, they're not running up the score, they're not getting, stat padding, because it's happening. I know a lot of people who are trying to justify it say, oh, they're just trying to secure the win, they're just, playing smart football or whatever. No, it's running up the score, and whatever you think of running up the score, whatever your opinion is of doing that, that's yours, and I'm not going to debate it, but it is running up the score. I mean, if you'll watch the Patriots so far this year, one thing that at least I've noticed is, I respect what Tom Brady is doing this year and Randy Moss. They've made some great plays, and they're playing fantastic football, but it seems to me that the Patriots and Bill Belichick, just seems to be so much spite in the way they're playing football. It's like Bill Belichick is saying, I'm going to make Tom Brady break the single-season touchdown passing record just because I can and because I'm pissed off at everyone, Like, there are several times this year where they're at the 1-yard line and clearly they could punch it into the end zone, and he calls a, quick pass to the end zone, and it just seems to me like if you're scoring points, who cares? But that being said, it's It's not exactly smart football. One of these days you're going to throw a pick in the end zone, and what's going to happen then? As long as it works, I guess it's fine. But I don't think... Does Maroney even have a touchdown yet this year? I'm not sure, but it seems to me like he's just saying, well, screw you guys. I'm going to have Tom Brady shatter the single-season touchdown record. I'm going to have Randy Moss break all the records. I'm going to tell Brady to feed the ball to Moss. Try and stop me. I'm not trying to cheapen what they're doing. I'm not trying to do that, but that's just what it occurs to me as. I don't hate New England. I don't really have any bias in this situation because the Seahawks have played the Patriots since 2001 just one time. And that was in 2004, and our season had been derailed already, and we did lose, but I got really nothing against New England. That's just kind of how I view it. That's why he's telling Brady to throw touchdowns when the game's already over, like against the Bengals. It's just kind of I think it's a big middle finger to the league for doing what they did to them, and I don't like it. I think it just kind of cheapens the game, and like Halen said, what goes around comes around, so we'll see if that comes around. That's what I gotta say about that. I'll give some shout-outs real quick because I never do it. Texcentric, Big Daddy, Halen, Withy, Caesar. Oh, I already said Caesar. Oh, well, I'll shout him out twice because he's cool. Ammo, Cowboy TD, Mr. Burns, Mr. Gill. I don't subscribe to you all, but I do watch your stuff from time to time. Hail to the Redskins. Cliff ABCD, I believe his name is. Fiacolet, I believe is how you pronounce it. Just a lot of cool guys on here, and if you haven't already, go check them out. I can't sit here and name all of them, but check it out. That's all I gotta say. I'll get picks up Thursday or Friday, maybe Saturday, so I'm out.